Hello guys, Dhananjay here and welcome back to a new video. And in this video, this is going to be a new series. This is going to be tech news, and don't worry, I'm not going to spam your subscription feed by posting tech news every single day. No offense to someone else, it's just that I'm not starting it daily. I will do it once in a week because I also want to cover tech news. And after this video, probably some of you will be like, this is less of a tech news and more of a opinion tech. I don't know. So without further delay, let's get started. First news is going to be about the brand new AMD Ryzen processors. 3100X and 3300X were launched by AMD, like officially launched, starting at just $100. Both these processors have 4 cores, 8 threads, and there was a leaked data already which said that i3 10300 was defeated by the 3300X. This is all leaked data as Intel has not launched their 10th generation of desktop processors yet, but it's going to be really difficult for Intel considering the technology that Intel is using is not superior, and there are already so many rumors that AMD's processor, like last generation AMD's processors, are neck to neck as compared to Intel's 10th gen processors, which are yet to be launched. When it comes to the new Ryzen processors, which may launch in October or November, I'm not sure, then the competition will be very close. But one thing is for sure, that when it comes to performance, there is not going to be a huge difference. The only difference is going to be of pricing, and if Intel nails pricing, if they match Ryzen's pricing or undercut it by little margin, undercutting is going to be very difficult. I don't really think so that's gonna happen, but if they don't do that, the next year 2020 and 2021 will be AMD's years when it comes to processor, and AMD will be like very high in the market and Intel will probably go down even further. Second news is going to be about the OpenSignal report. Just in case if you do not know about OpenSignal, then they are one of the leading global authorities which measures mobile networks performance. And this report is based on 8 million devices and 21 billion speed tests. So it's going to be interesting. Let's get into it. There were various key factors in this testing, and when it comes to video experience, which I feel is very important for me personally, as I stream a lot of content from YouTube and Netflix, Airtel was on the top. It was a close competition when it comes to voice app experience. This test is basically when you call someone on WhatsApp, Hangouts or Skype, basically how does that perform, and in this Airtel emerged as the winner with 75.5 points. Now when it comes to the download speed, which is extremely important when it comes to downloading apps, movies, music, anything, basically Airtel was the winner here as well with 10.1 Mbps of average speed. When it comes to upload speed experience though, Vodafone was the first, followed by Idea. Latency is very important when it comes to gaming. When you play PUBG, you will hear people saying, oh, mera ping high ho gaya. That's because the latency is high. That's why ping is high. When it comes to latency performance, Airtel once again had the lowest latency at 54.1 milliseconds. So basically while playing PUBG, Airtel is your best bet if you want the lowest ping possible. And Jio, being a 4G only network, came on top when it comes to 4G availability and 4G coverage. So basically Airtel was the clear winner in 4 out of these 7 key factors when it comes to a mobile network, and that shows the domination of Airtel, that Airtel is giving the best experience to their users. Now next news is going to be pretty interesting, and that's what the thumbnail was based on. iPhone SE and OnePlus 8. I did not make any type of video on these devices. I ended up reviewing the Galaxy S20 Plus. If you are interested in that, do watch that. But let's talk about iPhone SE first. The pricing in India is 42,000 rupees. In US it is priced at $400. Now a lot of people were like, "Arey, $400, 42, itna zyada price difference." But let me tell you one important thing. When it comes to iPhone SE being sold in India, there is 20% import duty because it's probably not manufactured in India. 18% GST as well, as compared to 12% GST which was present earlier. So that's why probably Apple was going to launch it at 39,999, and after the GST hike they might have launched it at 42,000. I'm not really sure about that. But overall, when it comes to $400 US pricings, it's pre-tax pricing, meaning if you decide to buy the phone in US, it will charge $30 to $35 depending on your state and everything, and you will end up paying $430 or $35. So that's something which you need to consider as well. And if you consider all these taxes, then the price comes to about 36,000 rupees, and the pricing officially is 42,000 rupees. If we look at all the bank offers which probably will be there with iPhone SE 2020, then the device will come down to 40 or maybe 38,000 rupees if the offer is very good, like 4,000 or 5,000 rupees. 3,000 rupees off should be there in my opinion. So let's go with 40,000 rupees pricing. Should you buy iPhone SE 2020? The short answer is going to be no. The only type of person who should buy iPhone SE 2020 in my opinion is the person who wants a small device with a small screen. Other than that, if you are used to screen like this, such a big screen with no bezel, literally, I know a lot of people are going to say this, iPhone SE will last for a long time, software updates aate rahenge, this, that. Tell me the last device that you used continuously for 4 years, 5 years. Did you do that? A lot of people probably change their devices in 2 years or 3 years, maybe 4 years is probably the maximum. I have seen people who use a single device for 5 years, but rarely. So that's why it seems as if OnePlus 8 is a better device as of shooting this video at least. Now let's talk about the OnePlus 8's pricing, because it starts at 42,000 rupees for the 6GB RAM variant with 128GB of internal storage. Should you upgrade from OnePlus 7, 70 to OnePlus 8? Definitely not. Even from 60 to 8 doesn't make a lot of sense, considering 80 is just around the corner in 2 to 3, 4, 5 months. OnePlus 8T will launch, and then you will get a better processor, 865 plus probably, and maybe extra better camera. I'll talk about this in detail when I get my review unit of OnePlus 8. I'm happy with the pricing though, considering US pricing is so high. I was worried about the pricing, but 42,000 rupees is a good pricing in my opinion, considering Snapdragon 865 processor and my experience with Realme X50 Pro, which is also priced at 40,000 rupees. The performance is great, and with Oxygen OSS optimization, I think OnePlus 8 will perform even better. And those are my impressions. I mean, people have already made videos on unboxing, reviews, everything. I'm talking about theoretical views. OPPO also launched A92s, and the only reason why I'm talking about this is the processor inside this device is probably Dimensity 800, Dimensity 1000. You must have heard about that. There are a lot of leaks that OnePlus 8 Lite will launch with Dimensity 1000, and that processor supports 5G. Dimensity 800 also supports 5G, and this processor which is present in A92s is safe to assume is the Dimensity 800. The pricing of this device is also interesting, just at 23,000 rupees in China. In India it may launch for about 25 or 26,000 rupees, but 25,000 rupees for a 5G phone seems like a pretty good pricing. As I'm talking about MIUI 12, Xiaomi officially launched MIUI 12 in China along with Mi 10 Youth Edition. This is a new device launched by Xiaomi which will come with Snapdragon 765G processor, and the pricing, the Chinese pricing is about 23,000 rupees. So Indian pricing should be about 26,000 rupees. Same pricing as that of OPPO A92s, which we talked about earlier in this video. Let's talk about MIUI 12. Before talking about the supported devices, let's talk about the list of features that it has to offer. First one is going to be brand new animations in MIUI 12, brand new looks. Like if you want to view storage, then this is how it will look in MIUI 12. Little bit cartoonish in my first opinion, but I will still hold my final opinions before I take a look at this. Second thing is going to be dark mode 2.0. This is even improved dark mode. If you use dark mode a lot, you must have noticed on AMOLED screen, if you use dark mode in the night time when all lights are shut down, if the text is in white, then it becomes very bright, too bright at times, and this will be tackled by MIUI by playing around with the contrast of the text depending on the surrounding conditions. Another brand new feature which I personally loved and I'm dying to use this is the security feature. If any app uses any type of permission, let's assume you have given Facebook camera permission, and if Facebook uses camera application even when the device is locked, then you will know that because it will be logged over here, and that's a great thing in my opinion. This feature should be implemented in core of Android and it should not be exclusive to MIUI in my opinion. And when it comes to the availability, I'll mention few batches, and these batches are for Chinese stable version, but global stable version should be around this timeline in my opinion, and this will start taking place in June. And these are the devices included in first batch, then these are the devices in second batch, and these are the devices from the third batch. Now POCO X2 and POCO F1 are not there, and I am 100% sure that there will be a lot of questions. POCO F1 ko aayega kya update? POCO X2 ko aayega kya? I am guaranteeing you right now, POCO X2 and POCO F1 are not listed here, but they will definitely 100% receive the MIUI 12 update. Do not worry about that at all. They will receive it basically, and that's pretty much it for the MIUI 12 news. Are you excited? Let me know about that in the comment section box below. And I guess that's pretty much it for the first episode of Tech News Weekly Session of by Dhananjay. And that's it. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give this video a huge thumbs up. If you have any thoughts, suggestions or queries regarding this tech news, do let me know about that in the comment section box below. Do let me know which one will you buy, iPhone SE or OnePlus 7, not 7, 8 basically. And yeah, that's it. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Next week's tech news will be up next week. So yeah, bye.